Season 9, live for Friday the 16th of June, 2022 to 2023. D.
Green glass screen, placing blocks per hand, it's the hills extreme. Have you ever seen a yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a bigot with jump boost and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play and excavate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Joe. Stream it. Fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft. Watch it on any size screen. Back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server. The whitelist is closed, so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCraft you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Joe. Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hills on a roll with HermitCraft details. Singing out loud the way it should be sung with the natural sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Joe. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Joe. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawl out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight y'all are my live streaming audience. Woo! Welcome, everyone, to the HermitCraft server. We are currently just south of the shopping district. As you can see, there is Cubs HC TCG Pyramid. There is the iBuy Tower. There is Scarland Castle. We've got the Hot Guy Tower, the Gigalogs over there as well. Lots going on. Let's swing back through here. And you can see my deep field pinball machine rolling into view. What you can't see for some reason is the camera There it is. There it is. Keep in mind, the camera gets larger and slightly more transparent, which each face camera expansion milestone we hit. We are currently $20 away from the next expansion milestone, and we are at 3% geopacity. Might be a little easier to see my eye when we're underground there, or underwater. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. A little bright out up here. A little bright out up here. We had a stream earlier where we got a few tips, so thank you to everybody who streamed, or who joined me for the stream earlier today and supported the show. We have a lot of work to do in this area of the pinball machine. I really need to actually move a beacon over here, and I keep saying that. I have said that so many times, but I haven't done it. And the only possible way to route around that damage is to just go and do that first, right? That's what we're going to do first. This is Season 9, Zinlu. Glad you could join us. Okay, so, in order to make a beacon, what do we need? First, we need some iron. And we're not going to get that iron unless we make room in our inventory for it. Uh-oh. All these boxes already full. Good, good, good. There's some space here. Okay. We might maybe want to move some of this stuff up topside to die and rename. Any trash that I can throw in this one? No, we're good. Okay. So let's bring these topside, then we're going to go get the stuff we need to make the beacon. Woo! Okay, so these go over here. What's the plan for the subwoofer area? Well, we're going to build a subwoofer there, but then below it is going to be our mineshaft entrance. A Prezi from Joe from Impulse. Oh, that was kind of him. We need to record finding that. That's not really helpful right now. Maybe I'll wait until 121 drops and be like, if only I had bamboo to make the new bamboo blocks. And then I'll be like, oh, what's this? A Prezi from Impulse. And then we can lean into that. Welcome, Mailman Dave, in the Discord chat. Welcome, Polaris North Star, Hack the Gibson. Glad to see so many familiar names and faces here tonight, as always. Welcome, Rhiannon Dorn. Welcome, everyone. Glad to see ya. Da-da-dee-da. Whoa! Big tip rolling in. Let's see who it's from. Kyle Valley Air. Tip in 100. Says, hey, Joe, had to celebrate getting through some heavy stuff by giving money to an amazing person. Well, hey, congratulations on getting through that heavy stuff. And thank you for demonstrating some appreciation for myself and my work. We are currently at 3% geopacity. The first 20 there is going to get us to our next face camera expansion milestone. So, luckily, we have a song just for this occasion. What happens when we blow out the camera? You're about to see.
Dear live stream viewers, will you watch my face? It took up your screens and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. It's off color optics from a broken cam, and some of the chat just throws up its hands. The jokes is beating for showtime now. It's a heady job, and he wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander.
So hey there, everybody, it's me, the Beetlejost with the Beetlemost, and as you can see, we've got Kyle Valier rolling in, tipping. We already took care of the first 20, but we got another 80 to deal with. Boom, 50 gets us one face camera expansion milestone, and then 30 puts us 20 away from the one after that. So here we go. Please direct your attention down here to slot 9, where I'm putting in the hot bar, so I can say, howdy y'all, Beetlejuice here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee, dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. So, alrighty, I hope you're having a fantastic evening, everyone. I should probably post that PayPal link. Yep, we are switching over, now that we have hit the Beetlejuice. Taking down that setting up stream sign. I was born ready, I died ready, and I'm still ready. Let's get to it. What are we doing? Somebody said something about a beacon. Apparently Joe's been too lazy to build a beacon, so we're gonna roll in here. We're gonna build a beacon for him, like like he's a baby bird. Let me just chew on this beacon, and then take the partially chewed whatever's left in, spit it right in there. Enjoy this mashed up beacon, baby bird. Okay, here we go. I think this is about where we need to put the beacon, so let's dig straight down, like heroes. Hogan's heroes in particular. Obviously, those were America's greatest heroes. Yeah, this seems like a fine place for a beacon if, I had to pick one. So, okay, let's just expand this out a little bit here. Boom. I'm realizing the beacon might be too close to, yeah, it's gonna be too close to that thing, huh? Let's, maybe we have to revise this plan a little bit. This is not a good place to fly straight up either on account of the water. Okay, so, plan revision time here. Gonna get rid of the water. Gonna fly straight up. And it seems to me like the actual answer here is just to basically say, oh, we'll do that on the other side. Did I think this through? No, not at all. Am I gonna change thinking it through? No. Are we gonna drown? Well, we have a totem. So, that's something. We're fine. Okay. Let's maybe, munch on a life-saving pork chop here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Also, let me make sure that we've got our alerts set up properly on the phone, so any PayPal tips that come in get recognized. It's a known thing that PayPal tips are sometimes coming in a little bit slower and only hitting mobile. Not sure why that is, but we've got the phone open and ready to go so we can thank people. Alrighty, delicious pork chop. Okay, so now that we've got those hearts back, here we go. Okay, so there's that. So that means that if we go this way a few... Oh, we're actually just gonna hit this tunnel. Fantastic. That's actually not fantastic. It's own separate thing, but okay. So we need to be aligned with this. And then go back a block here-ish. No, that wasn't it either. There it is. If we go straight up, is that where the tunnel is? No, it's this one here. Okay, so now we just need to put the beacon directly under this. So here we go. One beacon. Next problem. Next problem is we got to build a 3x3. There. This is, of course, the optimal way to solve every part of this problem. This is a professional Minecraft experience y'all are witnessing here. any of y'all are watching via the joehills.net/live special feed that I'm hosting on my website, feel free to leave comments via Twitter. Because right now there's no chat on the self-hosted streaming thing. Whoa! We got a tip rolling in. Here, let me pull this up. Hey, thank you very much to Necropolis. Necropolis, now there is a viewer who appreciates the Beetlejuice. Has an incredibly kind message here to help keep the lights on around here. Well, that's good, because they were doing this. They were doing that, but now they're back on. Back on. Thank you very much, Necropolis, for that 200. And then, boom. So then we're still 20 away after 4 expansions. So here we go. Let's do those now. Expand me. Da-da-da-da. Numero dos. Even larger. Beetlejuice. Da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how we Beetlejuice even more. Wait. Oh, the thing is, though, since this is the 5th expansion, total, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life, they're about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the Beetlejuice Jost. Do. I think that's the Imperial March instead of the wedding theme. What's the one that's like dun 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 dun? No, that's the one that's like, as we go on, we remember all the times we had together, that our lives change from whatever. We will still be friends forever. So, hey, thank you very much there. Thank you very much there. Appreciate you, Necropolis. We are, one of the big things on my mind today has been how folks who choose to support the stream at, like, the kind of top levels like that are really kind of being disrespected by this Twitch plan where they're like, hey, you can get a 70-30 split, but not on gifted subs. And, like, gifted subs are a way that individual community members can say, hey, I'm really proud that I worked hard and I'm at a point in my life where I can support the arts and I can support my favorite streamer and I can make that a better experience for everyone. And it's wild to me that Twitch would want to alienate people like that. We started off with 2 huge tips today. Kyle Valier and then Necropolis. And, it really does keep the lights on. I would be streaming as a hobby even if I couldn't make this my job. I was streaming since 2008, and I would be streaming if I had to, do a different job. I just wouldn't be streaming as often because I'd be at work in the morning and stuff, But, like, the thing is, like, y'all letting me do this as my primary means of supporting myself lets me be available to record HermitCraft collabs with the crew when I would have been at work. It lets me travel more, and I'm hoping to meet up with a lot of y'all at conventions and play the CCG once the game launches. Like, there's a lot of opportunities that y'all create for everyone when you support the stream at that level. And it's exciting to me that folks who are at that place in their lives can choose to support the arts like this and say, like, hey, we're not... This is different than saying, like, hey, I'm going to buy a piece of art and put it in my home and nobody else gets to see it. Folks like Kyle Valier and Necropolis are saying, hey, this is some art I want to see in my community available to everyone, no matter where they are in life, no matter how much money they have, no matter if they're lucky, unlucky. If they have access to the internet, they can watch this for free. because of people like that. And Twitch being so out there with their gift sub policy. It's just like, I don't even know. Like, why would you do something that's like disrespectful to or alienating the people who are like the biggest supporters of the arts? And it makes me think that like maybe Twitch doesn't appreciate what we do as performance art. Maybe they don't appreciate it as a public good for people to make stuff and share it like this. And maybe that means they shouldn't be in the business of running a service like Twitch. I don't know. I'm future-proofing myself by simulcasting to YouTube, as well as my own website, joehills.net/live. I'm going to be encouraging other creators to also make sure that they can exist without the Twitch ecosystem. Because, like, it's not like Amazon's famous for treating people well. It's not like every company they acquire, people are like, wow, the working conditions got so much better. I'm part of a union now, and I'm delighted. It's like, no. So we're gonna just punch a hole through here. Yeah, this beacon kind of cuts into this wall more than I expected it was going to. Well, at least we can climb over it easier with the water coming through. That's a small victory there. We might need to come back with some sponges, is one of the takeaways from this. Definitely sponges. Okay. Yeah, we'll sort this out. But Ad Astra says, hey, I'm watching from your website right now. Hey, thank you, Ad Astra. I know it's not a perfectly polished experience. It's an experimental proof of concept. But the thing is, if you don't start somewhere, you don't get anywhere. So thank you for giving joehills.net/live a try for your stream viewing experience this evening. It seems to me like one of the biggest problems is that the stream takes, like, it says offline and then just goes black for a few seconds before it starts. I think if I can add some sort of, like, stream is loading now, thanks for your patience or something sign, that might encourage people not just, like, spam refresh. But if there's other stuff you notice that's, like, blatantly missing or concerns, I'd definitely appreciate it. Ad Astra says it actually is working pretty dang well. Hey, glad to hear that. I should probably just, like, cover this up, right? That's a sane, rational response to the amount of water coming through here, right? I could just say no more water coming through here. Why don't we just do this, and then, yeah. Oh, there's still water underneath here. Maybe I didn't find this as well. I thought I had missed it. Okay, so we're gonna need to go at least one more that way. Okay. So it's gonna go out to here, I guess. And we are one block short. Probably because I turned one of those blocks into something at some point. Okay, that's fine. We have a strategy for this. It's called leaving. Hey, Daniel J. McGrail, having a pretty good day. Thank you for asking. Lost Cult Games says, took a few tries to get it to behave, but I'm now watching the video from your website while logged into the Twitch chat on my phone. Works well. Hey, glad to hear it. Ad Astra says, I can do the pop-out window on mobile, and that's the only function I need, and it's less laggy than Twitch. Well, that's good to hear. Do you mind me asking, what's your mobile operating system? Because I haven't actually tested I should probably test that if that works on iOS, because that's what I've got access to. So if I just go to joehills.net/live here on my phone, and then I guess I give it a second to load. It says offline. Then it says play. I click play. Oh, yeah, there is the pop-out picture-in-picture. Let's see how much of a delay there is. Waving. Give it a second to load. It says offline. Then it says play. I click play. Oh, yeah, there is the pop-out picture-in-picture. Let's see how much of a delay there is. Waving. Give it a second to load. It says off. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of a delay there. Magenta Avocado says, I'm watching your stream on website on iOS, and it's great. Ad Astra says it's working on Android. Hey, Beetlejuice is indeed here. Welcome, Stephanie Hall and Sammy and Mima. We are in the process of gathering some iron real quick for a project. I say gathering, like finding. I had it here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Empty some inventory space into here real quick. Save some space. 10 Ellipti says, hello, popping in from watching on your website. The stream quality is really nice, and it's a pleasant viewing experience so far. Definitely less laggy than Twitch is typically for me. Hey, glad to hear it. This is what Twitch should be worried about. Twitch doesn't need to worry about a bunch of casino owners, because the casino owners are going to screw over everybody in the long term anyway. Kick is not a plausible long-term threat. A plausible long-term threat is workers owning things. Folks like me running our own streams is more of a plausible long-term threat to Twitch than some casino magnate. Because they can make a deal with those casino magnates at some point or another and get all this sorted out and not have to pay people fairly. But they don't want to negotiate with each of us individually. That's the whole point of this, is them refusing to negotiate with individual streamers. They're like, it's one size fits all, to the wall. And, you know, that's not gonna work. Yeah, new beacon just dropped. So now I can come through here. I don't have a lot of torches, do I? Let's make some of those, too. A lot of the other ones got swept away in the beacon work, because the, hate to break it to you, but the beacon, we broke a lot of walls. Okay, so I think we're okay down the hill here. Yeah, we're doing pretty okay this way. Looking good. Just grab some of these blocks for kicks. Lost Cult Game says, I'm using a 3-year-old iPhone SE, latest iOS. Stream quality is good. On YouTube and Twitch, I often toggle down the video to reduce lag and drops, but so far so good here. Hey, awesome. Mailman Dave says, I get a lot of latency from Twitch. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad that this is a viable option for people. Because I know not everybody can watch YouTube for various reasons. Maybe they work somewhere that YouTube is blocked or something. Alrighty. Let me make sure I haven't gotten any messages. I said if people wanted to tweet me about the stuff, if they weren't in chat on Twitch or YouTube, they're welcome to. So I'm just checking to make sure I don't have any tweet responses to this. Robert says, check your Twitch agreement. Simulcasting is explicitly banned. I didn't sign an affiliate or partner contract with Twitch. The new TOS terms banning simulcasting have not yet gone into effect. I'm assuming that that guy means well and isn't just a troll because he's from Canada. It says, and it looks like he made his avatar in Brace 3D, which that's not an insult. Brace 3D was like the first ever 3D editing software that my friends and I got access to back in high school, and it brings me back a lot of fond memories seeing that guy's profile picture. I'm like, yeah, that's a sphere with a texture applied to it. I applied a texture to a sphere once, and I thought, my God, this is the future. It was. So, I mean, that's cool. So, anyway, I sent that guy back a correct statement. Yeah, Twitch is banning simulcasting without express written permission. And I can't get them to talk to me about I don't know who to talk to about getting express written permission. Small Cheese Yugi writes, the website stream is very nice. My Wi-Fi is a bit bad right now, so it's a bit pixelated, but holding up a lot better than Twitch and YouTube does for me. Awesome. I am very glad that you are having some success there. So there are like a few limitations on that website. One of which is that I can't stream to over 1,000 people at once without increasing some of the stuff. I've got it set up so it can handle about 1,000 simultaneous connections. If we start going over that, I'm gonna have to look into like spending a little bit more money. But I figure like as a proof of concept, 1,000 simultaneous connections is probably okay. Like I said, it takes a little bit longer to load. There's no discoverability. But you know, at this point, I don't need to be discovered. I'm on HermitCraft. It's fine. People will find me one day. Did we get that far from the beacon already? Dang it, I just put in this beacon and we're already out of range. Can I add a link to it to the HermitCraft website? I probably will once it's a little bit better tested. It's still kind of proof of concept prototype stage. Twitch isn't banning simulcasting. They're banning simulcasting without express written permission. And then they're not telling anyone how to get written permission. So it's a totally different thing, you guys. Stop freaking out. And the thing is, you know, the stuff I'm learning here, I'm happy to teach my friends if Twitch tries to screw over the whole industry. The stuff that I'm learning today will help us ensure that we're not all in trouble. Okay, so let's go lay our heads down and dream here, assuming there's no mobs spawned. Scooter says, here from your website, it's working well for me. Would like it if the video window was resizable. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, making that video window full width. Because it's not full width, is it? Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's yeah, there's a lot of margins on the website there. We can work on that. Is that why I'm writing in my title that I'm simulcasting? It sure is. Let's see. We need to go... Oh, I was gonna say, how do we find where the channel is to get back down? It's where the beacon is. I just follow the giant beam of light. Ta-da! Found it. Oh, I forgot to get more logs while I was out. That was the other thing we went to get. We went to get logs, and I just got distracted by the bed. That's fine. That's fine. Well, the other thing about right now, the reason I'm not streaming at 4K is because Twitch doesn't support high beta rates, and YouTube supports 20 megabits a second, and Twitch only supports 6. So I'm really strongly considering when I upgrade my streaming setup, which I'm gonna kind of have to do this tax year because of how some stuff, basically some stupid stuff happened, where I had to take some money out of my retirement fund because I was waiting to get paid for some things before my quarterly taxes were due. And it looked like I wasn't going to get paid for those things until after the quarterly taxes were due. So I took the money out of my retirement fund so I could pay my quarterly taxes. And now I got paid for the other things. And so it's just like, okay, well, now I have this extra money. And in order to offset a bunch of the penalties for taking the other money out, I need to go reinvest the money in the company by buying things like new equipment and stuff. So I'm going to be upgrading my stream setup to do hopefully 4K Minecraft streams before the end of the year. I would have preferred not to be in this situation, but now that I am in this situation, I'm going to make the most of it. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. So anyway, so I'm gonna have I'm gonna basically have a double computer setup, a double desktop setup in here, where I'll be capable of streaming at 4K. Twitch won't accept a stream at 4K, but my website will, and YouTube will. So, you know, if we have to give up on Twitch, well, oh no, we're losing the only service that doesn't accept 4K streams anyway. So, you know, we'll make it work. I might be able to stream a different video feed to Twitch that's only at 1080p from, like, a different angle. And then, like, I don't know if they're gonna count it as simulcasting if I'm sending a different video stream to Twitch, though. Like, they haven't been really forthright about what they are or are not counting as simulcasting. Like, I can't get them to tell me about anything. They're being jerks, kind of. It's frustrating. We should probably upgrade this axe, too. Okay. So... oh, only 5 diamonds. That's not, like, a lot of diamonds. Enchanted books, enchanted books. Unbreaking 3, we'll take it. Efficiency 5, mending... Unbreaking 3 and mending. Okay, so I think Unbreaking 3 and mending, efficiency 5 should be enough. Okay, so let's go fix this axe real quick. Hey, we got another tip rolling in via PayPal. Let's see who that is from. Pulling that up on the phone here. Welcome, Superstone and Devin Krates. Welcome, everyone. We've got Catherine rolling in and tipping 5. Yeah, I don't know why my voice got really Louisiana for a little bit. Catherine, thank you for tipping 5. Who rates smiley face? Well, thank you very much. That's going to put us 15 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got these books, we got these anvils. Let's go 6 if we do it that way, 6 if we do it that way. That's fine either way. Unbreaking 3, mending, efficiency 5. Here we call it Tree Slaughterer. Oh no, we don't have enough experience. Boo. Well, I guess we'll go mine some things or something. I don't know. Dang it. Is this the Silk Touch or Fortune? Is there any coal here that I can just mine and get some levels real quick? Hey, there's some coal. Is it all going into mending? Oh, wait. Whoops, probably should have silk touched that. That was not the silk touch one either. Wop, wop, wop. Okay. It's fine. I mean, we found a lot of deep slate coal ore already as part of this process, so I'm not gonna be too sad. It's fine. Okay. That really did not get us any levels. This is the second time I've directly watched Joe destroy rare coal on stream. I do what I can. Stephanie Hall writes in the Discord chat, watching your website now on mobile. Looks good. Hey, thank you very much, Stephanie Hall. Flannel Punk in Twitter says, working amazing. Thank you, Flannel Punk. Shannon Anderson on Twitter also says it's working amazing. Thank you very much, Shannon Anderson. I kind of want to do like an Agent Smith voice. Shannon Anderson. It appears you've been leading 2 lives. In one, you're a successful software engineer. You pay your taxes, you pay your bills, and you help your neighbor take out her garbage. In another, you're a hacker known as Neo. Let's go to the Enderman farm real quick and just get the levels we need to fix this. Here's to you, Shannon Anderson. La da 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 da. We fell out of the nether. Okay, my frame rate got bad there for a second, and I got a little lost. Okay, this is not it either. Where does this tunnel go? Oh, boy. Wait, that looks promising. It's 5, 6. We don't want to be going up. The frame rate! The frame rate! The nether just kills my frame rate here. Oh, boy. This is why we carry 3 totems of undying. Any situation where I need 1 totem of undying, I need 3 totems of undying. Let's be honest. You either need 0 or you need many. There's not a lot of 1 totem situations. Okay. Do 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 do. Woo woo. La da 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 da. Hey, looks like we got another tip rolling in from Ad Astra, who writes, having a grand time watching joehills.net/live. If I had a nickel for every time I'd seen Joe destroy a deep slate coal ore on stream, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it is weird that it happened twice. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ad Astra. Boom! That gets us only 13 away from our next Face Gamer expansion milestone. Appreciate you. Monarch says, hey, chat, I am very tired. I should go to sleep, but I'm not. Well, there's a reason that our theme song is Lay Your Head Down and Dream. You know, we've even got an Outska country variant of it. I don't play very often. Why don't we play the Outska country variant of it while I go slash up some Endermen? Make sure our hostile creature sounds rough.
You gotta think about a time long past. Long before all this. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storms are blowing strong. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Thank goodness, how'd it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Just let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. The city is bright, but the stars keep growing dimmer. The dishwasher runs. They find forks for dinner. Killing lights, charging phones, setting alarms to make their tone. Winding down, closing blinds. The rest for tomorrow when there's time.
Lay your head down and dream.
Lay your head down and dream. Just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in the moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream.
So there we go. Monarch, you can lay your head down and dream if you like. That is, there's a reason we opened the show with that. People should not stay up later than they need to. Hey, meanwhile, we just got a tip rolling in from Catherine for 15, who says, "Good evening, everyone." Well, thank you very much, Catherine. That gets us 2 past our next Face Camper expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand me, dee. Lowering the Joe Pasty now at 80%. So there we go. We're having a fantastic evening tonight. Let's see. Michael Wallace says, "Okay, I really like that version." Oh, thank you. And KMS 111111 writes, "Well, of all the songs Joe played on his stream, that was one of them." Stephanie Hall writes, "I miss ska. Needs more horns." Yeah, for out ska country, we kind of tried to substitute some of the horns with harmonica just to mess around a little bit, see how it works. But, whoa. Why is it dark in here? What is going on? This should not be an unlit, okay, something. Okay. Real quick, strategic retreat. What happened to all the torches that were over there? Has that just been unlit for, like, a month? Okay, Cool. Okay. Well, unbeknownst to Speed, we're just gonna go over here. Yeah, the flowing water might have swept him away. Maybe I temporarily got water in there when I was doing something. Free mob farm. Okay. It's fine. Nobody needs to be deeply concerned. My whole body is just like, what? I was not psychologically prepared for that. Okay. Real quick, before we do anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and make some more ender chests here. Okay. Or shulker boxes or whatever. It's always something, you know? It's always something. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to start loading some shulker boxes in here for me to fill up as we go. As I dig out some of this other higher up stuff here. Okay, see, now I can just, like, kind of roll through and do that, stuff like that, and then take the stuff and put it in the boxes. Yay. The website seems to burn your mobile battery quicker. Interesting. Stephanie Hall, do you mind saying, like, what, like, generation phone you have and what operating system? Because it should be running a mobile-friendly encoder, but maybe it's not. It should be encoded in a way that your most phones would have hardware for, but it's not necessarily. I need to look into that. When I'm saying it should be doing this, I'm not saying that it is doing this. I'm saying I need to find out why it maybe isn't. Not trying to blame you in any way. Apple 12 with latest update. Interesting. Okay. I will be looking into this. Wabbit Pwn says you use an app to watch live streams usually. Yeah, a lot of people on iPhones will use the Twitch app or the YouTube app, right? Yeah, that's not something I was expecting. In theory, it should be using the same same encoder that you'd use on Twitch or YouTube. And if it's not, then that's an interesting data point that I need to investigate that. That's not like a data point. That's an investigation. That's a very useful piece of information because that's quite curious. Have a good night, Miles. Yeah, replace the torches where you just were. You're going to be back where you started. Thank you, Sammy. Good point. Yeah, I'm going to be putting those along the walls now. Gamer Girlie says, is there a direct link to the stream people should put into VLC or MPV apps? Oh, that's a good point, Gamer Girlie. That's something I think there could be. Let me... Oh, can I do that without my laptop here? I'm on the streaming computer, and my streaming computer is very limited compared to my laptop. I avoid installing anything extra on this thing because this is the computer that I run games on, and need to be able to, like, just reinstall Windows on any time. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so there's a Cloudflare stream link here. But... interesting. So that token is going to be... So this is running through the Cloudflare video distribution network. And I'm not sure if you can directly... Okay, if I try and post this link into Twitch, is it gonna... Okay, it does seem to be the thing. 404 not found. Okay. So... Oh, that's because it's cutting off the link. Hold on. Yeah, the link is too long. The Cloudflare stream link is too long to put into the... and I can't remove it. Let me see if I post this in the Discord where I can post a stupidly long link. It's a video M3U8 link that I'm opening in VLC now. Open with VLC. No, it looks like it's... I think, There might be a way to generate a link that does allow that, but I don't think I have the ability to do it from this computer. Hey, welcome, Carl Farless. Glad you could join us this evening. Yeah, the Beetlejuice is still here, getting some classic Joe chaos. I accidentally made a mob farm, and then I got distracted while I was standing in the middle of it, trying to figure out this linking thing. So, yeah, VLC wasn't... Yeah, the link worked. I was able to download the thing, but VLC wouldn't actually play it. Nin, is it actually playing for you? Yeah, Polaris North Star, that's a broken link. Yeah, I have time to work it out before the 1st, but yeah. Nin says, on a mobile phone, it opened in my browser directly just fine. Really? What operating system? Is that Android or iOS, Nin? Like, that just worked in your phone browser? Okay, let me pull this up on my phone. I got Discord here. Pulling up the, thing. Oh, wow. What operating system? Is that Android or iOS? Yeah, no, that's just directly opening on my phone. That's very interesting. How's Decked Out going? Well, I'm not building Decked Out. I'm accidentally making a mob farm here while mining, and then not addressing it properly. So it's a lot of good decision making here. Kindle says on an Android that link doesn't do anything. Video is 0 seconds long. Curious. Okay. Okay, here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go get my laptop. We're going to do a hydration break. I need to finish my lemonade first anyway. Yeah. When we do a hydration break, I'll go get my laptop so we can try and troubleshoot this better. I might be able to generate a VLC-friendly link. Yeah, the long link is not going to work here. I need to actually go see if I can remove that in the Twitch. If I go into Stream Manager here, can I manually remove... is there a mod tools thing? Mod view? Switch to non-mod settings, manage moderation settings, chat highlights. Yeah, there's no good way for me to... Okay, I can clear chat, I think, to remove my link. Yeah, no, the link that's in there is definitely not going to work, so I'm going to clear the chat. Because there's no way, apparently, for me to manually remove a bad link I post in Twitch. Echolog says that's a playlist file that plays in Safari, no problem. But why doesn't it play in VLC? No problem. That's the real mystery. Welcome, Incredimike. Glad you could join us. We're experimenting with joehills.net/live. It's the future. We're having fun here tonight. Yeah, Superstone. Yeah, so that's a playlist file that should point to the video, but for some reason it's not working. And so I'm going to see if I can generate a desktop-friendly link, because it seems to work on iPhones, but nothing else. VOD watchers are going to be very confused. I mean, why? Everything I do makes no sense. If all of a sudden they're like, what? I put on a Joe Hills video, and this one makes no sense. Oh, no. Like, I mean, like, that's not a deep concern. It works in desktop Safari, but not VLC. That's interesting. Why would a playlist link Work in desktop Safari, but not VLC. Because VLC, like, plays everything. That's, like, what it does. VLC's what everyone else can't. So it plays in desktop Safari. That's wild. Wild and wacky stuff. I am not using Kick because they're funded by casino magnates. Like, that do, like, offshore betting. Like, here's the thing. Is, if the owners of a casino in Las Vegas asked me, Joe, would you consider doing some sort of videos or, like, accepting ad revenue to promote people traveling to Las Vegas? I would be like, you know what? Sure. I've been to Las Vegas with my friends. I didn't gamble because I had no money, and I don't really... I'm not a lucky person. I have no interest in gambling. But I had a lot of fun with my friends in Las Vegas for Minecon, and I'd be happy to promote tourism and whatever. Like, yeah, traveling to Las Vegas, maybe you gamble, maybe you don't, whatever. That's fine. But, like, if somebody's like, hey, I got an app where you can bet on the NBA. Do you want to bet on the Hornets? It's on an app, so your wife doesn't even know you just lost $48,000. It's like, you know, I feel like that's a little bit of a different thing. I feel like, online gambling enables people to screw up in ways that I just am not, I am not willing to, endorse. And so, yeah, Kick being owned by a bunch of casino magnates who want people to do, like, website betting. Like, I'm not a Puritan about gambling. I'm not going to tell you gambling is always wrong. But I am going to tell you, if you're, you know, using an app to bet tens of thousands of dollars, you might have issues that you wouldn't if you're limited to, like, in-person travel. And that's worrisome to me. It feels more predatory to me. It worries me. Like, so I kind of feel like, okay, it kind of feels like the difference between, let's say there's a brewery in Nashville that, like Yazoo. I've been on the tour at Yazoo. I like the Yazoo tour. There's the George Dickel Distillery down in Tullahoma, Tennessee. I've been on their tour. I like their tour. If they said, hey, Joe, we want to do a thing. Hey, come visit our distillery. Come visit our brewery. Try our beer. Learn about our processes. I would be willing to take that ad. I would be happy to say, you know what? I'll come down. I'll shoot a video at your distillery, too, promoting it. Like, that's cool. It's a cool trip. It's a worthwhile thing. I like the stuff you make. That's fine. But if somebody said, hey, Joe, I've got this thing that encourages the people to drink alone without their spouses knowing about it. And, like, they could spend, like, $20,000 on alcohol in, like, 5 minutes without, like, anybody around them having any clue what's going on. How would you like a lot of money to promote that app? I'd be like, oh, you know, this isn't about the alcohol at a certain point. It's about the social isolation, and I'm really not comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. I'm happy to support things that help people connect with each other. And I feel like traveling to Las Vegas with your friends and your family could be a fun experience that connects people. Using an app to bet on basketball, that can be really isolating and actually be the opposite, right? So, it's how I don't really have this, like, a lot of this stuff I would consider case by case, but in the specific case of Kick, no, I don't want their money. Once again, not trying to tell people how to make choices for themselves. I'm just saying, here's what I feel comfortable putting my name behind. So, yeah. So no, I will not be on Kick. I will be at joehills.net/live. I can put my name at the beginning of that. Stevel D says, first time chatter wondering why you're blue and edgy. Practice. Echoing Clock writes, I feel like the healthiest form of gambling should be, I have some amount of money I won't miss. Let's just have a good time. If you make money having fun, then that's a nice bonus. Yeah, see, so like the only time a year that I gamble is at charity casinos. Like a charity casino is an event hosted by a charity where they're like, hey, you spend $50 to buy a stack of chips. And that's just a donation to the charity. And then you see how many chips you can win over the course of the night. But you're never getting any money back. If you run out of chips early, you go buy another stack of chips for $50, right? And so, like, I might say, hey, I'm going to take my date. We'll get a meal beforehand. Then we'll spend $100 at this charity casino. Where, no matter how well I play anything, I'm never getting that $100 back. I gave it to the charity. And they might have, like, prizes that you could get, like, that were donated at a table where, like an arcade, you can trade in your chips for, like, I have a Jurassic World t-shirt that I got at a charity arcade where I spent way more than the value of a Jurassic World t-shirt. I don't even like Jurassic World, but I still wear it because I had fun at that event, you know. So, like, it's kind of one of those things. Like, so it's not like I hate casino games. It's not that I don't believe that there's, you know, it's not something that I'm like, oh, no, I could never play poker, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, you know, I don't play poker often. I don't play blackjack often. And when I do, though, it's because I said, okay, I'm setting aside X amount of money, and I'm never getting it back. And in my case, it's, you know, at charity events. And I hang out, you know, a lot of times I would go with a date. I would go with my wife back when I was married, or a lot of my friends would be there. You know, it would be like, hey, I'm going to go to this thing where I know 10 people will play poker together for charity. It's a fun night, you know? Like, so that's the thing, is I'm not trying to be here like, oh, I'm from Nashville, that's the South, and we hate fun. We hate everything. We're miserable, terrible people. It's like, no. I like games. I play games for a living. But I also know that I don't have a lifestyle where I can afford to go to a casino and gamble. So I don't. I go to 1 or 2 charity casino events a year, and that's it for me for the year. Stevel D says, would that even count as gambling, though, since there's no payoff? I mean, I guess arguably no. But, like, I mean, it is casino games. They've got roulette. They've got blackjack, poker, what's that one where you roll the dice? Craps, you know, stuff like that. So I guess what I'm saying is my statements here about, like, online casinos and stuff don't come from a place of, like, I don't see any point to any of this. It's all terrible and a waste of time. There is a place for it, but I don't think it's on your phone. Mailman Dave says, I'm up 800% in Vegas. I had an extra $5 while I was waiting for something. I won $40, and I quit gambling while I was ahead. Oh, well, good for you. Good for you, Dave. McStansky Steven says, I do sports bets from time to time, but never more than $10, and it's just for fun with my friends. Well, that's the thing, too, is if you and your friend are going to a game, and you say, hey, I bet you $10 or $5 or whatever that they make 30 yards on the kickoff. That's something fun that you're doing with your friend. You don't need an online casino app backed by or backing Kick to get in the loop there. You can just put $10 down and say, "Hey, let's do something fun here." Right? Like that is once again, we're talking about like the difference between stuff that isolates you and stuff that connects you. You know, like some folks saying, "Hey, we're going to do a Smash Brothers tournament." And it's $10 to enter, and the winner walks away with $300. You know what? You don't need an app for that. You don't need an online casino. You can just say, hey, let's get all the cool Smash Brothers players in our area together and do a tournament for money, right? You can just do stuff. Like, that's how these things, like, I don't know, wreck us, is they convince us that everything has to be an app. Everything has to be something, I don't know. So yeah, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life or whatever. I'm just saying, like, it's important to recognize that a lot of the problems with these systems are problems that they're problems at a different scale and scope than when we do these things with our friends or in our own neighborhoods or region, or like with locals. Offshore online casino. Boy, there's a lot of words in there that worry me. Incredibike says, remember when everyone played Texas Hold'em every weekend? That was fun. Yeah, that's the thing. You have a fun poker game with your pals. Everybody puts in $20. You bring some beer over. That's totally fine. I'm not here to argue that, like I said, it's all like everybody who runs a multinational conglomerate says, how are people having fun without us, and how can we steal them from their friends? And I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Let's real quick check on the, make sure we haven't missed any tips here. And then I'm going to take a hydration break real quick because I just finished my lemonade. I meant to pour myself a cola. I had just eaten a fruit cup because I was like, I need to get my vitamin C. I don't want to get scurvy. And I still had citrus on the brain when I went to pour my drink. I reached in the fridge, grabbed the lemonade instead of the cola. So I need to get a cola now so I'm properly caffeinated. Okay. We're going to pull up our spreadsheet of people we need to thank here. And then we're going to play whatever song they requested here. Let's see. 2023 budget. Not budget. Wait, why would I don't want budget. I want 2023 Patreon thanks. There it is. I have my budget stream open because I was trying to figure out today how I can meet up with my fiance at some point before the wedding. Because right now, the way the immigration stuff is going, it's like once you start the immigration process formally, the non-American cannot enter America until the process is complete, which can take up to 14 months. So we have been looking at where is anywhere in the world that is not America that we can fly the cheapest to hang out when my daughter is on fall break in October. And it looks like it's Toronto. And people might say, Joe, why would you choose Toronto in October? Because it was literally the cheapest place that both of us could fly to. It was actually way cheaper than me flying to London. By, like, me flying to London would have been like $2,000, like with the dates we had, and so yeah. Let's see. So yeah, that's why I have my budget spreadsheet open. Let's see. Okay, who do we need to thank? Boy. Any of these names here tonight? Let me just check real quick. Let's see. Hey, Stephanie Hall requested Lectern Full Cauldron. That's always a favorite. How long is that one? 3:26. That's a little bit short. So why don't we go ahead and also go ahead and thank Tommy Boy, who requested Cogs. So that'll get us 5-minute break between those two songs. That's time for me to... I gotta go check on the stuff in the dryer, too. So, be right back in about 5 minutes.
I want a girl who will mine for her diamonds. I want a girl who can sort a chest. I want a girl with shears that cut and swords that burn through zombie flesh. I want a girl who knows world generation, who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's modding her community. She's flying through the air. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. I want a girl who logs in early. I want a girl who plays till late. I want a girl with unobstructed creativity who uses a tripwire to ruin your day. With shulker boxes organized and lustrous in a tone that will torch you like desert grass. Who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. Shield is emblazoned. I want a girl with good enchantments. On some server we will meet incidentally. We'll start to talk as we shoot skeletons. She wants a spawn with biome convenience. She wants a spawn that's in good repair. She's changing her end from wither to dragon. She's trading her archery for a trident that's self-repairing. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. Put the cogs into the box and then I've got another load. After a while my arms will get tired and then this job will blow. But I could be replaced by a machine that does my work in half the time. But I don't know where I'd go, 'cause I prefer putting cogs into the box. Now I've got another load.
Only just a few more hours and then I'm free to go. But I can't cease in questioning if I really have a home. It makes me sick to think of it, 'cause I prefer
Okay. I'm back. Oh, I put up setting up stream instead of hydration break. Yeah, the requests for songs are at the $20 level on Patreon. Thank you for asking. Okay, so I'm a little distracted right now because I got okay, let me see. I think it looks like the embed code for this is gonna prevent me from like easily I don't know what you call it. Okay. Basically, I'm looking at I got my laptop and I'm looking at the thing for the embed. Let me just get through this one step. Okay, so I'm pulling this stuff up. SSHing into the server now. Is that not the right one? No, it's not. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna SSH into the server real quick. It looks like I can set a thumbnail. So I'm gonna set it to my face. So cd/var/www ls cdjoehills.net/htdocs ls cdwp content-themes ls Did I just hardcode this in because I'm a monster? I think I might have just hardcoded this in because I'm a monster. Oh no, I didn't even build a custom page for this. No, I just embedded. Oh, jeez. I got really lazy with this. Okay. This is a really rough prototype that I threw together months ago. And I've been messing with some stuff, but like I don't really go in here very much to screw with this. Okay, so we're gonna go to pages, live, edit. Oh wow, yep, that's just it. That is just it. Okay. Position absolute. Frame border 0. Allow full screen. Allow autoplay. Okay, it's the same token. Okay, so I've got it set up so it'll now show a viewer count and thumbnail. Maybe. Okay, so the viewer count says 5. That's something we didn't have before. Okay. What I don't have is I don't have the okay, yeah, I can come back in here and mess with stuff later. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Yeah, Quinn did a great job on the songs. Okay. So now it says that there are 5 people watching, which is cool. At least one of them is me. 6 people watching. I normally don't look at my viewership numbers because they'll make me neurotic, and I wouldn't want people to think that I'm mentally unstable or unhinged or unaffixed to whatever relative plane of normality that they ascribe to. It says 6. That's That's more than usual. It normally says nothing. But I just changed it now, so it says a number. See, this is how people go crazy on Twitch. They get obsessed with the numbers. It's not safe to look at the numbers. I forgot to chop down the logs. We also forgot to do that. There's a lot of pieces here that are in progress. Hey, Taffel. Thank you. Welcome. Okay. I don't know how dynamically that updates. If people want to go to joehills.net/live, let's stress test this. Let's see, do these numbers update dynamically, or does it only change when I refresh? Because, like, I genuinely have no idea. But I do know that this thing, I've got it set up to handle about 1,000 concurrent connections before we start running into real trouble. Electra says, I just opened you on my phone. Okay, it still says 6 here. But maybe I had to hard refresh. Credit Mike says, I went there, it shows 7. Okay, let me see. If I hard refresh, does it show a higher number? 15! Okay, cool. That's actually really neat. Okay, so it looks like it just doesn't show dynamic viewer count, which is okay, because I don't need it. Okay. 13 for me, says Mike Deadman. 12 for me, says KG. Okay, cool. Refreshing again, it's up to 26. Okay, no, there's no chat box. That's not part of this test. Third totem time. Yeah, no, setting up a chat box is a separate thing. Moderating a chat box on a website is a whole pain. Yeah, so this is being routed through the Cloudflare video network. Cloudflare is not one of my favorite companies, but for this proof of concept, they're the most financially plausible for me to use. That's not necessarily how it's going to be forever, but that's definitely what I can afford now. Kindle says at 1080p I can count your colors. Yeah, it's probably a lot higher quality video. They're not transcoding it down the way Twitch is. Can y'all see, if you pull up Twitch at 1080p and the website at 1080p, is there a quality difference? Like, that might be part of why the battery usage was worse, is because maybe Twitch is like actually downgrading the outgoing film thing. Carl, thank you for reminding me. Carl says, Joe, don't forget to mention the tip link. Yeah, I came back from the thing, and I got distracted here with this big test. Very exciting stuff. We are currently 48 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Toxic Litter says, is it supposed to default to mute? Yeah, most websites do because of anti-ad browser technology. So it's up to 39 viewers. Wait, really? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yeah, wow. That's on my website. Like, yeah, I'm offloading some of the video bandwidth through Cloudflare and stuff, but like, this is the sort of thing anybody on HermitCraft can afford. I don't want anyone out there who loves HermitCraft to ever worry about Twitch and YouTube drama. They are not us. We are our own thing, we make cool stuff, and we will outlive all of them on Dance on Their Graves. I am not worried at all. This is what we are testing today. This is the proof of concept. Because right now, this is scaled for about 1,000 concurrent viewers. And the only thing stopping me from scaling it up is a relatively small amount of money. It's not an amount of money I want to waste on a test when we don't need to test that yet. But it's a very doable amount of money. This is us making sure we're future-proof. I'm really, really pleased. Thank you all so much for helping me test this. Like, this is great. Kingu says the quality difference for me is quite noticeable. Can see individual hairs. Pads are very sharp on your headphones. Very interesting. Yeah, because that's what I'm sending to Twitch. Now, the question is, Kingu, does that mean that this is better than both the Twitch and the YouTube quality? If you look at the YouTube quality at source, do you have the same hairs and pores that you can see on the live site? Electra says Twitch quality is also very sharp for me using source. Okay. Interesting. Quality on YouTube looks the same as your video, says Mike Deadman. Okay, cool. That is good to know. One thing we are not testing right now is the 4K stuff. But, like I said, I'm going to be making some hardware investments soon. And we're going to be testing that too. I keep forgetting to get the logs. I go upstairs to get the logs, and then I get distracted. Okay. We gotta get fireworks and logs. Two things we need to get, fireworks and logs. Okay. It doesn't default to 1080p there, yeah. Incredimike says I'm watching at Twitch at 1080p on my TV, and it looks as good as 1080p on my laptop. Good to know. Was my face affected by Cub and them wrangling the gas? It was shooting fireballs in all directions. They sent me a warning, but I didn't notice anything. I'll probably run into something like 4 days from now or whatever, where I'm like, why are these beehives ruined? And it'll be like, or something, like, it probably hit somewhere that I just, like, was that always there? I think so. Ugh. Okay, so we need fireworks and we need logs. So, down we go here. CSGO Overmind says if I navigate around your website, I don't see a link to get back to the live video. That's a great point, C2Go SO. We are not currently, this is not something I'm currently linking provenantly on the website because it's experimental, right? And ideally I would want one of those links to, what I should do is have the schedule show up below the live stream. And then also have something that makes it more prominent when we're live. There's a way to do all of this. This is very early days. Once again, proof of concept, prototype. Y'all are giving me a lot to think about and chew on. I really appreciate it. But you're right. There should be something like that eventually. We need to get the Fortune 3 thing to get pics. Devin Crotty says, I only get to watch on YouTube at 240p at the moment. The website had a great image, but my internet could not keep up with it. No, that's fair. YouTube does a lot more compression on their end because they have so many streams they're running simultaneously. Okay, where is that Fortune Leaf Eater? No, that's Silk Touch. The Fortune one should be in here too. Silk Touch, really? Fortune. Electra, the thing is, though, that some of those gas balls just might not be loaded yet. I might have to fly up here for the gas balls to load, and then they hit deep field, right? Like, they might be in chunks in between here that just, like, didn't... Well, maybe at this point we would have seen them go off. Toxic Glitter, I'm not sure I understand your... What is Curiosity Style? Is that, like, one of the Empire's people I didn't meet? I know Solidarity. Curiosity. I don't think I know Curiosity. Okay, so... Logs. Motion blur is much more noticeable on the website feed. Interesting. Yeah, there might be some smoothing going on Twitch's end and YouTube's end. Like, there's a lot of post-processing that they do that is not happening. That you're basically seeing the raw video that I'm uploading with a little bit of transcoding down to lower bit rates. But it's not as aggressive. It's a quality over compression thing. Welcome, Ejo Studios. Glad you could join us. Okay. Yeah, just so you know, Ejo, there was somebody in here impersonating you the other day. I banned them. I'm keeping an eye out for that. Because that is not cool. So, apologies that they managed to say anything at all before I caught them. Centauratron says, I think for mobile, it'd be nice if the audio would play in the background. I don't know if it's supposed to, but when I switch to Discord on my phone, it cuts out the audio until I open the browser back up. I think on the iPhone, if you had, did you set it to picture-in-picture, Centauratron? You can, like, put the picture-in-picture in a tab off to the side. Mike Denman says the website feed defaulted to 480p for me, but after switching to 1080p, it looked fantastic. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can change that default easily on my end. I'm going to look into that. Honestly, though, 480p is a fairly safe default for a lot of people accessing via mobile and stuff. I guess there is some question, too, of, like, if I want this to work well on Apple TV, do I need to buy... I mean, I was going to say, do I need to buy an Apple developer license? I have an Apple developer license. Do I need to set up an Apple TV app to pull a feed directly? Because, like, the people who use the Twitch app or the YouTube app on their TVs might not want to pull this up in a browser and then mirror it over. Loopy says 480p isn't just any good fallback. It is literally standard definition. No, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Can the website stream handle an AV1 codec? Maybe. I'm going to have to look at my options that I can do on the back end. But not everybody has AV1 decoders these days, do they? That's one of those things that was coming, but I don't know if it ever arrived. NJ, raid with the party of 5. Thank you very much, NJ, for the raid. No MPT3K tonight. He is still doing work on his streaming setup, as far as I know. Welcome, Almosty Alice. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Welcome, NJ. We are just testing out the joehills.net/live. I updated some of the code. And let's see. Okay, I'll deal with that later. Let me make sure. Look at that. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of stuff here. We set this up on Twitter to also solicit feedback. So let me check my Twitter feedback real quick. Looking good. If I look at the viewership numbers, yep, we still got 19 viewers on the joehills.net feed. Any new GPUs over the last year would have AV1 codecs. Well, the thing is, though, that's not the 3080 series. Like, so I've got like a 3080 in this thing, right? So that's not me. Then, yeah, NVIDIA GeForce 3080 Ti. Yeah, and the thing is, though, too, a lot of phones, I don't know if the phones have AV1. Because that's the thing that really gets you, is like phones not having the codec and then having to fall over or fall back to CPU rather than encoders. Real pain. Gracewinder says Manu should be back next week. Glad to hear it. I know he's been working a lot behind the scenes to deliver the best theater experience he can. Okay. Yeah, we're just chopping down some forest trees right now. We're running low on jungle logs. I mean, we might be okay, actually, at this point. But I wouldn't count on most people having AV1 decoding. Twitch automatically does AV1 codecs, is that what y'all are saying? Okay, well, that might be why somebody was having better, I think it might have been Stephanie Hollow was having better battery experience with the Twitch app than with the website. Because if the AV1 encoder, the AV1 decoder on her phone has a better, like, low-power hardware decode than whatever Cloudflare is using, which I'm not 100% sure on right now. There's been a lot of changes. I've been messing with this technology for a little while, and I'm not sure where everything landed at the moment. Have a good night, Flexi. Lay your head down and dream. I am on the 3rd totem of the night. That's deeply worrisome. Okay, let's offload some of this to make room. Okay, get rid of that kelp. That's complete garbage. Why am I still carrying all these books around? It's fine. So, birch, birch, birch. Do-do-do-do-do. Birch, birch, birch. Do-do-do-do-do. Place your birch planks. Nope, always a lot of digging in Minecraft. What can you do? It's just one of those video games. In some ways, running a web-based chat is actually a harder problem to solve than running my own video streaming service. Because with the video, I can just set up this Cloudflare thing and have it distribute the video to y'all. With the streaming service, with the, so the video part of a streaming service is easy. The chat box part is actually kind of hard because of spam bots and things like that. Like, Taffle says, Joe, what's the next tipping milestone? Thank you for asking. We are 48 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. We are at $50 milestones because, hey, I'm the Beetlejuice and I'm worth it. So tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Ivan C says, weird, I can only get the feed to play when I use the link in the inspect code instead. That is strange. That is strange. I don't know what to tell you about that. I am listening about it, and I am gonna try and see if I can replicate that somehow. What browser were you using, Ivan C? And do you mind saying, like, what operating system? I know that that's personal information. I don't want people to feel uncomfortable like I'm asking them to share anything. But I am trying to sort some of this stuff out. Where are you gonna hit the back of the machine? This is it, people. Whoa. Alrighty, that's big progress. Big progress here. Okay, so let's offload some of that. Okay. Welcome, Ender Ninja. Glad you could join us this evening. Sebastiano says, I saw a Twitter thread, which phrases have hermits added to your vocabulary? And Joe got a shout out for howdy y'all. I can't imagine why. Sammy says, water breathing potion might be handy for this. Yes, if we were working over there, absolutely. But we actually just got the thing we wanted to get done. We did this entire length here. So we're actually kind of moving to a different phase right now. There's a lot of random blocks I want to pick up. What I want to do now is I want to figure out what's the best way to get back down underneath here. I didn't really sort this very well. Hey, there's a tunnel. I knew there would be a tunnel if I looked hard enough. Okay, cool. Yeah, the sound of drowning's not ideal. You're right. You're right. Okay, we're not picking up blocks anymore, which is unfavorable. Let's go ahead and quickly place some torches here. I think we need to go get those shulkers. Where was that stairwell that I just saw? We'll come back here with some sponges and deal with this. Electra says, I ran the website stream on my iPhone 13 mini on Safari for 15 minutes. Full screen, speaker audio, full brightness, no appreciable battery. That's fantastic. Glad to hear that. Okay. So, it might be... Yeah, well... I'll have to look at what video codecs and stuff that Cloudflare specifically works with well and which it doesn't work with well. And see what I can enable on my end. Okay. Ivan C says I should note that my Chrome hasn't updated to the newest version yet, but so I'm trying that. Also, it is working on Firefox. Okay, interesting. So it might be like a Chrome versioning thing that you're running into then, even. Oops. It's like, I know, I never look at the numbers while I stream, but I'm like, I keep refreshing the website to look at, like, oh my gosh, 17 people are watching me stream. Like, I'm freaking out. This is like, cause I don't look at the Twitch numbers or the YouTube numbers, cause I know that I'll be like, what are these numbers? Okay, AV1 is available with, it's in beta, though, on Cloudflare Stream. So I'm not sure. I'll have to look into why it's in beta and what the caveats are. But thank you, Kingu. I appreciate you pulling up that doc for me. That will be a helpful resource. I am certain of it. I'm not going to read that now while I'm streaming, but I will definitely be taking a look later. It says Apple doesn't natively support it. Interesting. Okay. Have a good night, Sammy. Wait, am I out of range of the beacon? What the... We were right next to the beacon. How are we out of range of the beacon? Where's the range of the beacon? Is it here? It's here, really? So here's a bunch of blocks I didn't pick up yet. Yeah, sorry about the thunder noises. I don't think we're really that close to the outside. I'm not sure why it's so loud. Ibai has shulkers of bamboo. I actually just got some bamboo from Impulse as a gift. But hey, you know what I just also got? It looks like a tip just rolled in via PayPal. Why don't we see who that is from? Taffle and Incredimike just tipped 50 and said, keeping our money out of multinational gambling conglomerates and giving it to our favorite live show. Hearts, Taffle, and Incredimike. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get that on the board there. Boom. That gets us 2 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand. Joust. Do. Lowering that Joe pasty now to 70%. And we are now 48 away once more from our next face camera expansion milestone. Yeah, sorry about that. I saw that you posted right before I read that. Did our tip go through? Yeah, PayPal is a little bit sluggish sometimes at night. I don't know. Not sure what they've got going on there, but it definitely went through. So thank you very much. Does YouTube Premium support YouTube live streamers at all? Is that YouTube Red? I don't think so, but like... Honestly, I don't... Whatever helps you live that ad-free life as conveniently as possible for you. I'm not gonna... I think having YouTube Red so I don't have to look at ads is worth it. Just for making my life better. And then I try to reinvest that into everything else. All that extra free time and lack of furiosity at their ads. We'll put some more torches down on the ground here as we go. I remember placing all these extra pieces of wood and just being like, that doesn't matter. And now I'm down here and I'm constantly cleaning them up. And I'm like, why didn't I just clean them up then? Why? Would have been an easy fix. Hack Gibson says, speaking of gambling, is this just one long con so you can play stat poker with the other hermits and crush them with the number of blocks mined? I actually still don't know how stat poker works. I need to learn at some point, clearly, but it just hasn't come up. I thought of when my next pixel art stream will be. The problem with those is I really need to go into those, like, kind of clear-headed, and I need to be in the right mood, and my daughter leaving for the summer, I'm kind of recentering right now. I'm readjusting to everything. It's, because, like, I eat on a certain schedule when she's here, and she's not here, and I sleep on a certain schedule when she's here, and she's not here, and so, like, all of my eating and sleep schedule stuff is, like, disrupted, and I'm just, yeah. I'm not ready yet. Like, I know it sounds dumb. Like, Joe, you should just be able to do pixel art whenever. It's like, but because I try to be actually, like, interpretive and creative with it, I want to go into it with a, like, in the right mind space. And, like, I can tell I'm not there. I'm getting there. I'm readjusting now that she's gone, but I'm not readjusted, if you will. Okay. So, let's see. We're going to drop off a bunch of this wood for right now, because we don't need it at the moment. Don't need the gravel either. Hello, spider. Perch planks from Cleo, good to know. Not Dark says this not look like Minecraft stream. Well, you're welcome, no matter where you're from. It doesn't sound like your English is your first language. Oh, well, there's not actually 69 people watching. There's 69 people watching on YouTube. If you go to joehills.net/live, you'll see that there's also people watching there, and there's also people watching at twitch.tv/joehills. So, collectively, there's more than that. Which is not as funny, but is more accurate. Let's also drop off this extra iron. Yeah. It is kind of weird to, like, comment on how many viewers somebody has in general. Because, yeah, like, that makes some people neurotic. I know if I think it's not too much, it stresses me out. It's not safe for me to worry about. Throw some torches in here. Okay, let's break this. That's wrong. Those don't go there. Okay. Not Dark says, why does your face look half? Oh, because at this face camera expansion milestone, my face is halfway on the screen, halfway off the screen. We're $48 away from our next face camera expansion milestone, where my face will be in front of the screen at 60% opacity. The most obnoxious face camera expansion milestone for the Beetlejuice. If anybody wants to demonstrate to Not Dark 10D how obnoxious the Beetlejuice can be, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Now, a lot of streamers have face cams these days. It's all the rage. Not that I'm a rage gamer. I'm more of an omni streamer. Let's throw some extra torches in here. Get a little bit more light. Break these extra blocks. Unlike all the other extra block breaking we've been doing. Okay. I'm realizing I need to text Quinn about something. Let me pull this up because this is time sensitive and I need to get this sent over. How can I copy that link? Copy link. What are my favorite things about or around Nashville? Well, we have a really good pinball scene. We've got 2 arcades with over 100 pinball machines, Game Terminal and Game Galaxy. I personally prefer Game Galaxy, but Game Terminal has its place as well. We have a ton of civil rights history here. A lot of folks worked really hard to ensure fair treatment of all a few decades back, and we try not to forget it. We have a Parthenon that's in better condition than the Greek one. Ours has not collapsed, so take that, Greece. We need to go dump some of our blocks. Where is my thing full of shulkers? I thought it was over here somewhere, and now I'm not seeing it. Was it over here? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so let's drop these. I have lost the beacon. Oh, there it is. Back in range. Yeah, our Parthenon hasn't had its Elgin marbles stolen by the British. I brought my fiancé to look at our Parthenon, and I said, don't steal our Elgin marbles. We won't have it. Actually, did we actually get to visit the Parthenon? I don't think we actually got to go inside because it was during the pandemic. And they were closed for a while, but still. Look, I'm just gonna ban this guy. I'm done. I'm like, fine. It's fine. Next problem. This guy's just spamming emojis, making problems for the regulars. I don't know. Steve D says, I didn't know we did 2 pinball places. I mean, technically, Game Galaxy is in Smyrna, but it's still very close to Nashville. No Quarter has a ton of pinball machines. Pins Mechanical has some pinball machines. I don't go to Pins Mechanical as much because it's not locally owned. I prefer, you know, support locally owned places like Game Galaxy, Game Terminal, No Quarter. There's also the non-locally owned Up Down, which I've heard good things about, but, like, they opened it, like, a block away from No Quarter, and when, like, an out-of-state company goes, we want to open a pinball bar in Nashville, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad that you're opening pinball bars in Nashville. I like pinball. I like bars. And then they're like, we're going to open it 1 building over from a locally owned place that's really, really great and try and steal all their business. I'm like, really? Why you gotta be like that? Like, you could look at it and go, you know, there's no good pinball bars near Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt has a lot of students. Belmont has a bunch of students. There's a bunch of doctors who work over there. Why don't we open our pinball bar up in this underserved part of town instead of literally 1 building over from, like, one of the best locally owned businesses? But they're like, our market research shows that more people play pinball on this city block than anywhere else in Nashville. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to give you my money. I'm sorry. This is the sort of thing that I'm actually angry. Like, come on. There's all sorts of places in Nashville that you could make good money running a pinball bar. You don't got to try and steal the business of the existing local places. Like, So like I said, I've heard good things about the Up Down, but they have not. I have not set foot through their door. Mr. Lance writes, if your Up Down is anything like the one here in Minneapolis, it isn't really a pinball bar. It has 10 pinball tables and the rest of it's arcade cabinets, but it's mostly a bar first. Well, that's fair, but still, you don't open it up 1 building over from an existing successful local business, like, without, like, rankling a few of the locals, you know? I know corporations love sure bets, but, like, there's a lot of places in Nashville that don't have walkable pinball. And that is not one of those neighborhoods. Have I been to the Tennessee Central Railway Museum? I've been to a railway museum in Middle Tennessee, but I don't know the name of it. It was like a 1-room museum in this small town. Is it a 1-room museum in a small town? Because if yes, then possibly. If no, then no. No, it's over by Opry Mills. Oh, I don't get over by Opry Mills much. I don't know if you've seen Briley Parkway, but the traffic is a nightmare. I really don't like traffic. Living in Nashville and not liking traffic. I spend a lot of time on the bus. I have a car, but I don't. It's for making trips out of state. My car is a long-range exploration vehicle. It is not for getting across town. I will happily turn a 20-minute drive into a 73-minute bus ride and read about space on the bus instead of having to stress about trying to park and trying to merge on the interstate around here. It's just not for me. It's not for me. just gotta let all that stress out. I'm like stressing out. I'm just thinking about traffic now. I just need to lean back in my chair, relax, just chill. This is a chill Friday night stream. We are just placing some air blocks here with our pick, cutting into this. Alrighty, I'm more relaxed now. Thank you for your patience, folks. Ah, I fell in a hole. Too relaxed! Too relaxed! Stress out more and get back out of the hole! We're here having fun tonight. I'm genuinely really pleased. Thank you all so much for your help testing that joehills.net/live thing earlier. Because this is something, you know, everybody who works as an entertainer online has to have a fallback plan if Twitch and YouTube have deep troubles. And like I said, Cloudflare is not my first choice of companies to work with, but their video distribution network at this point is... it's very good for the price, which in the long term... maybe owning our own video distribution network is the better thing, but for proof of concepts like this, not a bad starting point. Any future plans for more music? Yes. But nothing I can really... nothing really ready to talk about right now. I have been talking to Quinn about some stuff. One of the big holdups was I was waiting to get paid for some stuff I had done over the last few months, and those checks finally came through. I don't like Quinn working on stuff that I can't pay her for, up front, because Quinn has like a master's degree in film direction and can be like working on other stuff for like clients who have money, and so it's not really fair for me to be like, hey, I'm gonna have this money eventually, can you work on this thing for me now, right? So we're gonna be moving forward with some stuff later this summer, now that I kind of have a better idea of like where my finances are, because there were just a lot of things that were kind of up in the air for a while. Okay. Placing torches. Let's go lay our head down and dream here. Ross Brown writes, I made my first trip to Nashville in like 3 years from Kentucky, and the construction the entire way was just as I remember. Very nostalgic. Yeah. Nashville. It's not Nashville if the sky's not full of cranes. No, not the birds. Okay. Let's see here. We actually want to swap out. Is this a fortune pick? Yeah, here's a fortune pick. I get a new fortune pick. Put some of these broken ones up for the time being. Turn some of this coal into blocks for the time being. Consolidate this as well. Okay. Whoops. Oh, raw iron. I can consolidate into blocks too. Whoops. Blocks, please. Okay. Let's move that TNT. Okay. Steve Old says, last time I checked, Nashville had 35% of all active tower cranes from Alaska to Guatemala, but that was several years ago. Yeah, we love our construction. We are a city that is growing. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It's that sort of town. Oh boy. Bakelist says, how much are you digging there, Joe? Wow, I'm just digging. Normally on Friday night, I would have wrapped up by now to raid my pal Manu Smith at Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, but since he's not streaming tonight, I'm kind of just like, what's the point? Why even stop streaming? I'll just mine forever. Realistically, though, I am going to have to call it at some point. But right now, I mean, we got great progress here. Very happy with how this is going. Hearing some slime starting to spawn. That's all right. I think it's good to have these areas down here for slimes to spawn in so they don't all spawn inside the machine too. Okay. Yeah, it's a slime. Sorry about that. Not a magma cube. Sorry if the noise is distracting. It's not my favorite noise in the game, I'll be honest. What can you do? I've got hostile mob sounds turned off, too. I don't know if those are considered, like, friendly mobs. Because they're not. They're not friendly. They will slime you and not even care. They will not feel bad. Okay. I know I could put half slabs inside the machine, but I don't want to do that. I would rather do this. I would rather have slime spawning under the machine. They're not hostile. They just don't understand how powerful they are. They're too strong. Carl Farley says, glad I got to see so much Beetlejuice tonight. Well, thank you again for your tip on the morning stream that set us on this path, Carl. It is deeply appreciated. We're going to go ahead and stow some more gear here so we have an empty inventory and can keep mining. I probably should start wrapping up the stream soon because we are... it is getting a little late for a Friday night stream. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. And we are currently 48 away from the Tony Stark helmet cam. Correct. Bum 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 bum. Just like a one-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Carl Farley says, one day I plan on getting us to Jomez Adams, but I must wait till I get my bonus for that. Well, hey, thank you for thinking of me, Carl, and no worries if you change your mind between now and then. Your support is appreciated. There's a lot of folks out there who are all pitching in, and I don't want anybody to feel like they're obligated in particular. It's a community effort, and you definitely showed up today, so don't stress out about showing up tomorrow. Like, I appreciate it if you do, but don't worry about it. Okay, I feel like we are in really good shape here. Got this thing kind of mined out there. Carl says, no obligations. I watched for months without tipping. Well, and I mean, with your big tip this morning, you made it possible for all sorts of folks to watch for months. Well, maybe not months, but you know what I mean. Other people have the ability to watch for months without tipping because of tips like yours today. And this show is free for everyone to watch, thanks to the folks who are at a point in their lives where they can afford to support it. Okay, let's fly this way and see what this looks like. Okay, I'm gonna slide out of frame real quick. It doesn't seem like much, but just broadening that really makes the whole thing feel more expansive. So if we broaden this a little bit further here even. let's go dump our inventory. Have you taken a break to replace the smelters at your shulkers at your smelter array while you still have a good supply? No. That's a good point. But I mean, I have like infinite shulkers at this point, thanks to that box from Asuma. So it's not like we're like hurting for them. Although these are all now full. Let's go lay our head down and dream, put the shulkers down, then we'll take one last look at how all this turned out. Because it is coming up on 11 o'clock here, which even on a weekend is a little late for some folks. I've actually got an early morning myself tomorrow. That, like, if I sleep in, it's very bad. So here we go. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Pum ba dun 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 pum. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 dun dun dun. Okay, so let's go bring these boxes back down. Oh, we are running low on rockets. I'm really gonna have to buy more rockets soon. That's not ideal. Where should we actually put these stacks of blocks? Arguably somewhere that they're not gonna get... Somewhere we're not gonna break immediately, which is probably directly in front of this water here. Because we can't break in front of this water too aggressively beyond a certain point, right? Or the water all comes out, which we don't want. So, logical place for these boxes is gonna be here. And that's all of them. We can just drop that in there. Ta-da-da-da. Okay. Let's, it's 11 o'clock now, so let's do a final check of PayPal. Make sure we haven't missed thanking anybody. It has been an incredibly generous stream from so many people today. I would hate to fail to recognize anybody who supported the show. Looks like we are all good there. So let's go ahead and land here, and we can take a look at that. Once again, ducking out of the way here. That looks good. Once I trim it enough that you can see all the way to the front there, that's going to be a big visual impact, I think. Being able to see all the way from there. If we fly up here, you can't see it. You can't appreciate it at all from up here, actually. That's too high. But as we fly around here, yeah. Room for improvement. Definitely always room for improvement. I want to improve it right now. I want to mine out all the blocks. But it is getting late, and I have an early morning, so I need to be responsible. Let's see. If we go over here to twitch.tv/directory/following, let's see what is going on. And dun 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 dun. It looks like Hot Nudge is playing Attack from Mars. Why don't we go ahead and read them? They actually were just in the New York Times in a fantastic article about women's pinball tournaments. So I'm going to go over there and say congratulations to them once more. When you get over there, our raid message is, howdy y'all, Joe Hill's raid here. They are playing the game Attack from Mars, which is like one of the like most iconic classic pinball machines from its era. So if you haven't seen it, it's a real treat. Maybe learn some rules watching them so you can play it on location yourself someday. Cool, cool, cool. Well, thank you again for hanging out. Thank you again for supporting the show. Thank you for helping me test this thing. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.